Hello, my name is Samuel McLelland, and my project takes us to a little plot of land off Highway 62 in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Thorncrown Chapel was the product of coincidence and collaboration. The plot of land that the chapel is built on was the property of retired schoolteacher Jim Reed, who was seeking to preserve and enhance the panoramic mountain view of his property for the public's enjoyment. Known for his organic architecture style, Reed chose E. Fay Jones to design a structure on the land, and thus Thorncrown Chapel was born. Thorncrown's image and design could be regarded as a product of instinctual energy, a fundamental concept of the psychoanalysis method. The initial first look at Thorncrown's entrance establishes its dominance and the sense of its creation by its natural surroundings. The way in which Thorncrown uses natural elements and height causes the viewer to feel as though the chapel is a product of nature and birthed by its surroundings. Along with being seen as a product of transformed energy, the chapel also preserves and retells the story of its creator, funder, and culture that brought it into existence. Due to the project's financial and locational restrictions, Jones built the chapel with the idea that no structural element could be larger than 2 men could carry. This caused the trusses to be assembled on the floor of the chapel and raised into place. Although seen as unconventional, the finished interlocked trusses became a vital piece in adding to the chapel's unified simplicity. The height of Thorncrown Chapel quickly establishes its dominant force and prestige amongst the trees. Once inside, the height of the walls and windows further remind the patrons of nature's simple beginnings and innate powerfulness. The ceiling of Thorncrown is both a structural feature and a design feature, which play a vital role in the patron's experience at the chapel. The interior support beams allow for the glass windows and the chapel's overall structure to have great height, as well as a complex look. Additionally, the use of straight lines create the illusion of height from within the chapel. The straight lines used throughout the chapel associate it as a place of honesty and truth. Along with the sense of serenity, the patron's line of sight is naturally lifted toward the ceiling and the altar, an effect caused by the height and natural lighting. Although previous Gothic cathedrals imposed the same effect, previous Gothic cathedrals relied heavily on stained glass to inspire patrons and tell Christian stories. But Jones's chapel used large panes of clear glass for the walls and siding of the chapel, a characteristic of the prairie style for which he was a pioneer of. These tall glass walls allowed for light to play an ever-changing role from within the chapel and ensure that nature has a constant visible presence from within the structure. Ultimately, the blending of these two canons produced a new, makeshift Gothic canon, termed Ozark Gothic. Ultimately, Thorncrown's fame and prestige won Jones international success and launched his career to new heights. Jones would go on to design other chapels and worship centers in Arkansas and Mississippi, but Thorncrown Chapel would remain his most famous. As a native Arkansan, Thorncrown Chapel is a monument to my state's heritage. Arkansas has a long history of being known as a religious southern state, while also having a long history of respecting and valuing its natural landscape. Thorncrown is a testament to both of these fundamental Arkansas characteristics by integrating religion and nature. I have been honored to experience Thorncrown Chapel twice, once for a wedding and once for a revival. The integrating of religious and natural elements produces an inspirational effect and is a special memory for all of those who pass through Thorncrown Chapel. And it is my hope that one day you too will have the opportunity to visit and experience Thorncrown Chapel, a monument to Arkansas heritage.